Today we will discuss the different aspects of epidemiological study designs. Epidemiology is nothing but the study of distribution and determinants of disease-causing factors and application of the same knowledge in control of the same. So as a part of medical fraternity, many times our role not only confined to the treatment of the patients, rather also formation of different study designs and application of the same to draw conclusions. There are many ways to classify the study designs, but broadly we use the choice of study design should be confined to the researcher itself. Coming to the classification, many ways of classifying the study designs are there, but we often use as a beginner, as a learner, basic two designs. Those are observational or non-interventional study designs and interventional study designs. Now coming to observational and non-interventional study designs, here the researcher don't manipulate or modify the situations or objects under study, just desirable or analytical situations and objects. Then coming to interventional study designs, here the researcher manipulate the situation or object under study, then describe or analyze the outcome. So for observational or non-interventional study designs, they can be of descriptive and analytical designs. So basically we use descriptive study designs to formulate our hypothesis and analytical study designs to test our hypothesis. As the term descriptive itself, we have to describe the disease or the phenomenon of interest in terms of person, place, time. That means time distribution, place distribution and person distribution. Here we don't analyze the determinants or association. Example is cross-sectional designs. We are going to a place and we just describe the event. What is there in that place? That is the example of cross-sectional study design. Now cross-sectional descriptive study designs, this aim at just describing the phenomenon in terms of time, place and person. Done at one point in time, hence it is called cross-sectional. If it's a running movie and we are taking a snapshot of it, then that is called cross-sectional, and the running movie is called longitudinal study designs, out of which a snapshot is called cross-sectional study designs. That is, otherwise in that study design we can assess the prevalence of the disease. That means the existing new and old cases simultaneously. That is called prevalence study design. Now in analytical design, we have to describe the phenomenon of interest and analyze the relationship between the phenomenon and other variables. Those are called determinants or association between the variables. Examples are cross-sectional comparative designs. Here, in addition to describe the phenomenon of interest, we want to compare certain study variables and risk factors with the outcome. Then comes cohort designs or prospective study designs, which will be explained later, and case control designs, in which, as per the name, we are taking certain cases and controls from the beginning of the study, and we will look back in time to find any association of the causative risk factors with the disease outcome. Now cross-sectional comparing study. It aims at describing the phenomenon and compare groups or determine factors influencing the phenomenon. Done at one point in time, its measurement of the exposure and the effect are done at the same time, as per the name. Now the advantage and disadvantages of cross-sectional study design. First, the advantage is quick and cheap. Can elucidate various exposure at first step of investigation of the cause. Then repeated measures can depict the trend, and this data is useful in assessing healthcare needs. What are the disadvantages? It is not possible to determine if exposure is preceded the outcome. That is otherwise called temporal association, which is one of the factor of causality of the. Then the second and the most important is bias. Here we can deviate from the main study finding to the form of different biases, which ultimately will modify the study outcome.